So guys, we are starting this vlog off with me wrapped in a blanket because it is absolutely freezing today. But basically today, I thought I'd start off the new vlog. I got home from work a couple of hours ago and I've just been chilling, watching a bit of YouTube, but I thought I'd get started with this vlog. So anyway, basically, today I wanted to start reading another book for you guys. I know I've been not done a reading vlog in a while, so I thought I'd do one for you all. So this week I'm just going to read as much as I can, and you guys can watch and see what I read. So I recently finished yesterday, I finished The Lost Girl by Carol Drinkwater. I really don't know why that book isn't popular because I gave it like a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. Do you know when something's just slightly lacking that 5-star rating? That was the only thing that I felt with that book, but I did really enjoy it. So basically I've started The Milkman, which you saw in the little clip before this clip started. So I've started that. I got to like page 10. I've not read much of it so far. I just read some on my lunch break. I'm now going to start another book though because I'd like to read 2 at once this week and see how far I get. So I wanted to do 1 physical book and 1 on my Kindle. So I've picked up my Kindle. I've actually not used it in so long. I think the last thing I read on it was 3 Swedish Mountain Men, which I read I think in like May or June, so that's been a really long time. Oh no, actually no, the last thing I read on my Kindle was This Poison Heart by Kaylin Bayron. I read that in July. But I'm gonna start Mile High by Liz Tomford, or Tomford. I don't really know how to say it, whether it's like actually like Tom Ford or if it's different. But anyway, basically that's that. I'm gonna get started with that. I'm gonna put that on now. Like I said, I've not even read this yet, but I'm looking forward to it because I've had a lot of recommendations for this book. So let's get started on reading this. So guys, so it's now Tuesday, and I'm just about to start reading my book again. So I'm now reading The Milkman again. My book unfortunately got a bit wet when I was at work today because it was raining really heavily and it just got wet in my bag. But anyway, other than that, we're absolutely fine. I'm not very far into it yet, but I'm going to try and see how much I can read while my tea is being got ready. And yeah, so that's that. So guys, since we last spoke, I've read a little bit more of The Milkman. So far, I'm really interested as to possibly why Anna Burns has chosen to write the story in first person. I think she's wrote it in first person, but she's just not named any of the characters. Like for example, the main character in this, we don't know her name. She refers to her brother-in-laws as brother-in-laws. She doesn't name them. She refers to her sisters as sister or my sisters. She refers to the milkman as the milkman. And I think there's a reason for that. I think potentially because of the fact that it's supposed to represent a time when there was a lot of troubles in Ireland, and obviously to represent potentially the idea that women couldn't fully like say what they wanted to say, or the idea that maybe it was wrong or it was bad to gossip. I don't know. And potentially also because of the fact by not naming the milkman, we don't form an attachment to him or his side of the story. Obviously, I've not really read a lot yet, so I don't really know what happens with the milkman. But we know that she's met him, and he's sort of just stalking her a little bit. But yeah, so, and I think also to potentially, like I said, avoid forming connections with characters. And I think that Anna does this really well, and it's really interesting in that sense from reading it from that perspective. Also, I feel like I like how some of the phrases she says or uses, I feel like she uses Irish versions of words. because obviously this is an Irish book or set in Ireland. And she uses like versions of words, which I feel like if you said it in an Irish accent or said this in Ireland, then this is how it would sort of be represented. For example, she says a running, a walking, rather than running and walking. And she says old is spelt like AULD. That I might be completely wrong. That anyone that's Irish watching this can point me out if that's incorrect, but that's just sort of my idea of how she's written this story and why she's written it in that way, to really give that sort of like Irish feel to it, to make it feel like it's actually written and set in Ireland. But yeah, so far I'm very interested and intrigued. It's not really a book that's keeping me hooked, but I think the more I get into it, like I said, I'm only like on like not very far in the chapters. The more I read of it, the more I'll get to know the mystery. With Mile High as well, I read some of that obviously yesterday. I got up to page 7. I didn't read that much, to be honest, but it felt like I read quite a bit. But yeah, so this one's okay. I've heard mixed reviews on it. Some people really recommend it and then others don't. So yeah, basically. So I'm gonna see how it goes. But yeah, I don't really like Xander at the minute, but we'll see. So guys, this is what it's come to, me being sat in a fluffy hoodie. I'm just going to sit here and read The Milkman. I read some at work today. I think I just look ridiculous sat like this, but I'm going to be comfy and my neck's really hurting from at work. So I'm just going to sit here and be comfy, and I don't really care what you guys say. But yeah, so I'm going to carry on reading The Milkman while I chill out after work, and then later on I'm going to going out with my sister and my mum. So I won't probably be back until later on, and then I'll read some more. But yeah, for now I'm going to read The Milkman. Like I said, still not very much far into it, but it's getting better, I feel like, and it's getting more intriguing as time goes on. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. So guys, it's now Thursday. I'm actually thinking of extending this vlog just for a bit longer than a week, just because of the fact that I hardly filmed anything yesterday or the day before or the day before that. I hardly filmed anything in the past few days just because I've hardly had the chance or time to read anything as well. But yeah, so basically I'm going to see if I can extend it for longer than just a week. So I've just come home from work. And I've just set up on my sofa. I'm going to read Mile High today. I'm going to get into that, see what I think, see whether I'm liking it or not. I've been reading The Milkman mainly since we last spoke, and yeah, I'm really liking the way that she's describing things and the use of like actual structure and grammar to the way that she's writing the story. Like, I feel like she's like repeating things over and over again, or like repeating certain sentences but just changing words. And I think the reason why she's repeating certain little phrases is because she's trying to show that there's a lot of things at the time when this is set in the Island Troubles. There's a lot of things that couldn't be said or couldn't be done, and by repeating and going over all the different things, all the different names which couldn't be used, all the different things that you could or couldn't say, by listing them, it's making you realise, wow, this was a time where literally you couldn't say a single thing without getting some sort of like backlash or grief or you know, even violence. So yeah, I'm liking the way that she's like structuring it. I don't know why I've got this little hair flicking up, but my YouTube video, my most recent one, is about to go live, so I'm gonna also be posting about that. But I'm just about to start Mile High again. Like I said, I haven't read much since, so I'm still only on page 7, I think. Ooh. Oh no, I'm on page 10, so I'm not really much far into it. I've grabbed myself a cup of tea. I bought these like jam, like raspberry jam flavoured teas. They're actually milk teas. They're from Yorkshire Tea, and I'm not sure if I'm keen on it, to be honest. but now they're like mixed in with like my other normal flavoured tea, so I never know whether I'm going to get a raspberry jam flavoured tea or just a normal English breakfast tea. So I'm going to sit here, read on my Kindle and just chill. So yeah. So guys, if you can't already tell, I'm gonna stop reading for now. I've been reading for a couple of hours on and off because I did have to make our tea as well. But other than that, I have been reading non-stop. I've been reading, like I said before, Mile High by Liz Tomford. I'm nearly 50 pages into it now, which doesn't sound like a lot to like people that read books really quickly or read just a lot at once, but it's enough for me because I started on page 10, so that's like 38 pages I think I will have read, so that's okay for me. I'm quite happy with that. I did read The Milkman while I was at work as well. I know I keep saying The Milkman, it is actually just called Milkman, but for some reason I always had The Milkman on it. But yeah, so I am that much into it so far. We're starting to see the cracks in Xander's persona, and we're starting to see that he isn't as insufferable as he comes across at first. And like, I really don't like his attitude, and I really don't like the person that he puts a front of on. Like, I feel like that's definitely like just a front, and we can see already from being like nearly 50 pages in that that front might not necessarily be what he's actually like. So as we read throughout the book, we'll see how he gets on. I wouldn't say that it excuses his behaviour, because his behaviour towards women isn't very great at all, and I do not appreciate it, but we know that it's possibly a bit promising, seeing that he's, you know, wanting to change his persona for certain things, like he runs like this charity with the other guy, Eli, but no one's like taking notice of it, and yeah, so you know, but I wouldn't say that excuses his behaviour. So yeah, we're seeing some slight cracks in the story and his, like I say, his character. So potentially there's room for character development. Like I said, obviously he's not the nicest of people. He's very stereotypical of the character that he plays, which is an athlete, a sports sort of guy, playing a whole like player sort of stereotype. Obviously it is a stereotype for a reason, so not all people are like that, and we shouldn't generalize it to all people that play sports. However, that is the vibe he's giving, and in some ways that is entertaining because it's what we expect. When we have a stereotype that we know of, it's we still find it entertaining because it's what we expect. It's not something new, but obviously we also find new things that aren't stereotypical interesting and entertaining too. So yeah, at the minute I'm actually really like starting to get into it. I really like Stevie's character. I like how she's like not immediately going after him, and she's like actually trying to like keep her own dignity, I guess, and modesty. She's not going for him straight away. She's not like drooling all over him. Obviously she finds him attractive, but she's not going to let him like treat her as bad as he treats other people, and I really like that about her. But yeah, so that's that. So guys, this is like my dishevelled working end of week sort of face and look. I've not got any makeup on today. I didn't have time to do it before I went to work because I got up late. But yeah, so we're going to start on today's reading. I've just made myself a chai latte with the cream and this chocolate sauce which is going everywhere. But yeah, literally just a chai latte with whipped cream and carnation chocolate drizzle on. So yeah, so tonight the plan is to read more of The Milkman. Yesterday I read quite a bit of Mile High, so I'm going to swap that out from The Milkman today, try and read as much of that as I can. I've just put some candles on and like got my slippers on, and I've obviously just made this chai latte. Look at my face. I'm literally just wanting a really chilled Friday night. Sex Education season 4 on Netflix came out yesterday, so me and John are going to watch that tonight and chill out and do that, so I'm really looking forward to it. It's obviously the last season as well, so I'm hoping it's good and like actually a good ending, but like I say, we'll see. But yeah, I'm just going to cozy up on the sofa and read my book, so I'll keep you up to date as to what I read, but yeah, that's sort of the plan for now. It's now Saturday and we've just finished everything that we need to do for the day to make some content, because I've been slacking on content recently, so I've been making that today. Let's just darken this. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. I'm now going to get into reading more of The Milkman. I didn't read much last night again. I'm so bad. At the minute I'm like just hardly reading anything, so I'm really sorry that I'm not like getting through books, and like this is literally just a vlog of me reading a little bit more every day. So I'm going to read for about half an hour with this, and then I'm going to do Mile High for half an hour and just switch it, do like little reading sprints. But yeah, so that's sort of the plan for today. So guys, I'm now going to start Mile High. It's been half an hour now, so I'm going to start Mile High, get into that. So we're on page 48 and I'm going to read for half an hour, see how much I can read, and then we'll swap back onto The Milkman. So yeah, I'm just going to do that today, just a bit of like swap and change. So this is the page we're on, I'm going to keep reading that, and yeah, so that's that. It's now Sunday, so my hair's a bit messy today. I've literally just put it straight into a ponytail, so it's a bit of a mess. But let's ignore that and let's focus on what we're doing today. So I'm going to be reading more of The Milkman. So yeah, I'm still not very far into it. I don't think I'm actually going to finish a book on this vlog, which is so annoying. So I'm going to read for half an hour, and then I'm going to marinate my chicken, which I'm making, and then I'm going to carry on reading until 5 o'clock. And then I'm going to start making our dinner. After that, when my parents go home, I'm probably going to read more. I don't know whether I'll read more of this or Mile High. I know that I've not like finished the book, and I don't know whether that's like interesting to you or not, or whether you guys are enjoying the vlog because I've not finished the book. I don't know whether you guys enjoy it, but it's sort of realistic. I don't read one book in a week very often unless I'm really trying to finish a book, or I'm doing like a readathon. So that's why it's took me a lot longer to finish these books, because this is just how I naturally would read. And if you're interested in vlogs where I just read and give you guys updates as I go along but not necessarily finish anything, then please do stick around. But if you are more into like seeing lots of books being read and like recommended to you, then maybe watch a different channel that reads books a lot quicker. So yeah, but I'm going to start reading The Milkman. I'm about 50 pages into it now, so I'm going to keep going, and yeah, I will speak to you all in a little while. So guys, I thought I'd end the vlog here for this reading vlog. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll just give you a quick update as to where I am with the books that we've read. So I didn't actually finish any books, as you guys saw. Like I said a lot in this video, I'm not a very fast reader, and I wasn't expecting to finish a lot of books. Even if I just finished one, I would have been happy. But I didn't actually finish any books, and I'm not too bothered about that because the books I'm reading at the minute weren't very high on my TBR, but obviously I started reading them, and yeah, so I just thought I'd show you what I've read from those books so far. So for The Milkman, we got about 80 pages in. Like I said, I was really enjoying the way it was written, and I'm definitely going to finish this and carry on reading it because it is really interesting, and I think it could get more and more interesting and more in-depth as time goes on, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens to the main character in this book. So I did enjoy this of what I've read so far. Then obviously I read on my Kindle as well. So we are 147 pages into Mile High. So I didn't actually realise when I started this book that it's like nearly 500 pages long, and even though it feels like when I'm reading on my Kindle I'm reading a lot at once, and I feel like I read a lot faster on Kindle. I think because the font is bigger, I feel like I'm reading faster. Now obviously a normal book, the text is a lot smaller, as you can see in the difference here. It's a lot smaller, so I feel like that's why I read my Kindle, or feel as though I read my Kindle a lot faster. And I'm actually getting more and more into this story with Mile High. I'm really liking Stevie. I've always liked her character. I think that she's really interesting, and the way that she's able to fight back against the hockey players with her banter, I really like that as well. Xander's is slowly growing on me. I feel like he is slowly developing as a character and changing his ways. He's starting to realise that actually maybe having a connection with someone is potentially better than just going around with more than one person at once. And he's sort of realising that maybe he doesn't need to be a player. So I am really liking that. We've sort of hit like quite a change in the book at this point in terms of like the relationship between Xander's and Stevie. So I'm not going to tell you any more about that, but basically there's a lot more to it. And yeah, I've just really been enjoying it. Obviously there's still 300 pages or something left, so things could change, my opinion could change, whatever it may be. But that's how far I've got into Mile High over this short period of time. And yeah, I've just been really enjoying it and chilling, just taking my time reading as I go and as when I want to. But yes, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading vlog, just sort of me realistically reading and going as I can, like just going as slow as I can, as fast as I can, whatever that may be. And I've just really been enjoying reading that way, and yeah, that's basically it. So that's that. I'm gonna leave you guys here, and I really hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to give it a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks guys, bye.